Pimp My Setup episode number 251, recorded live on July 28th, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. That's producer Tom. Check him out on Twitter at Thomas Philly. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. Friday night streams. What else is better?
Nothing. But
Nothing's
actually,
better.
you know what is better? Supporting me. All you have to do is go to patreon.com/swashintv or twitch.tv/swashin. Become a subscriber or a supporter. $1 a month on Patreon, $5 a month on Twitch, unless you have Amazon Prime, which you link and you get Twitch Prime, and all of a sudden you get Twitch Prime for free. Every 30 days you get a free subscription to your favorite streamer. That's me! So yeah, technically you can do this for free. You get access to the Friday bonus streams every month. The time changes, but for the month of July, 7 p.m. Eastern is when we're doing them. And I like it. It's really nice out. Some loud birds, so I apologize if you could hear that. But we have some pretty cool setups, mainly from 15-year-olds. So it's time to the first one of the day, submitted by Josh. He's 15. You set up for gaming, and his YouTube is PALD2. PALD2. As you can see, he obviously likes Reaper and games like Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch,
Walls.
which is cool. I actually really dig that wallpaper, the Reaper wallpaper.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
High quality.
Yeah, and what I like is, honestly, the top of the desk, with a little bit of black, and then all of a sudden you got the black in the headphones, black in the wallpaper, and then you get the red hint from the headphones, the wallpaper, the LEDs. It's just a nice little, because Tom hates white on white on white on white, and we get a white computer, white walls, blah, blah, blah. But then don't you think just the way he added in the rest, just
a little bit,
just a little here
that's
and
all
there.
you need. You don't need to go crazy with the LEDs and all that. Just a nice little pop.
Yeah, and it works well, and it's not overdone. Personally, I think my biggest complaint with this setup, and this doesn't make him lose points, I just want to put that out there, is, man, those Dell speakers bring me back to, my teacher's desk all throughout school, right?
Yeah.
They always had those cheap-ass Dell speakers, and I know someone in the comments can be like, actually, they sound crispy, okay? No, they don't. I know how they sound. But personally, I would recommend, because you use it for gaming, you really don't have to upgrade that, but I would say it would look nicer, would add to the overall setup. But I just really like the main thing with the setup is nothing jumps out at me like, oh, that's ugly, or oh, that's not done right. It's just like, oh, he did a really good job. It's really straight to the point. I don't know how tight the area is because he couldn't get further back for the photo. He had to actually just take a separate upshot photo for his poster, which I'm not sure what's going on there. But the next photo, the cable management is of course great because of the way the desk has the built-in cable management little slot, but the walls have some white paper tape stuff on it, a little dirty, little crumbs here and there, but for the most part it's a really nice straight to the point 15-year-old setup. It got a great score, but for me, what's the next step? Personally, you got to add more to it. You got to build upon it. Yeah, single monitor is great, and really this is a 10 out of 10 setup for me. It's not up there with all the other ones. That's how I would kind of explain it. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, it's not like, oh my god, I want this setup for my own, but it's a good setup that has its own unique wallpaper, and the LEDs work well with everything you have. But yeah, it's adding stuff would probably be maybe adding another desk or something like that, getting more monitors, but you don't have enough money to do all that stuff. But
hey, you don't know, you might be bowling around.
Hey, but it's a good setup. Might upgrade the speakers, like Matt said. I think that would be a nice addition. If you got some black speakers or even red speakers, if you can find a mix of that would be cool as hell. Yeah.
Next up, Nathan. He's 20, currently studying information security. And all right, I mean, here's the thing with this setup. There's actually quite a few things that kind of jump out at me. In this setup, I can look at it and be like, ooh, this needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed. The last one was just kind of like, oh, that's cool. This one, though, first things first, the posters, the artwork above, he said it's for World of Warcraft, which is cool, and I think that's awesome because obviously that's what he's into, but man, way too far up. You definitely don't want to have it looking like that. I mean, you can have it far up if you're going to put something underneath, like a little shelf or something, but definitely got to bring that down, bring it back to reality because it's just not working up there. As far as the main desk, the tan desk, it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, we're seeing the cables underneath from what looks to just be like a charger cable and the peripheral cables, which we don't care about peripheral cables, but just don't have the random cable laying there. Headphones got to go under the desk. Obviously, in the next photo, you can see under the desk is its own situation. Velcro, that's great, but you could have definitely handled the whole situation a little bit cleaner, personally. But as far as the rest of the tan desk, the box and the Airport Express and all that stuff. I don't know if that's really the best spot for that. The controllers, that's fine. Always recommend a docking station because it helps with accessories and it just kind of makes the setup look a little more clean and put together. The 3 dragons, again, I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe it's World of Warcraft, but maybe like separate them, make it a little more symmetrical.
Yeah.
Just kind of help finish it. But I think my biggest problem comes with the right side. How the PC's set up. If you're going to put LEDs in the computer, it's going to help. And I always say this, but trust me, like this is the best way to handle it. You put the LEDs into the computer, you tilt it so that it's actually like, yes, it's in the corner, but like face it so it's the back side of it is the side that's up against the wall now. And by that, I mean that's facing the... you get what I'm saying. You tilt it a little, rotate it around. That way the cables are a lot easier to manage. It looks a lot nicer, and it's just a better, cleaner way to handle... I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of having a hard time.
What color LEDs would he do?
Anything other than no LEDs. I mean,
that's
it could
true,
be white.
Maybe a white light, yeah.
Yeah, it could be green. I don't care.
You don't want to go for a Christmas theme, have red LEDs, even though you have red peripherals. Like, it kind of makes it look like a Christmas theme, but that's kind of tough.
That's the other problem with the wool. It's like forest green, so it's way too dark, and it makes the room look smaller, which in this case, it is a huge room.
Yeah.
But I know, like, the darker the color, the more small it looks. But I just feel like that's a harsh color to really have. It's not the end of the world, but it hurts when you have a tan desk, a white desk, a black corner piece. It's a little too mismatched already, and like Tom said, you got hints of red throughout the setup, and it's like, what are you going for? But the right side of the desk, like, I get it, that's for console and stuff, but between all the books and all that stuff, I just feel like it could be clean. You have the monitor underneath, and we see the adapter underneath. It's just like, you got to make sure, if you're going to try hard on one side, try hard on the other, really kind of make it a unified experience, and that's just not what's happening here, so definitely
say damn
speakers would be nice. Someone was asking if I mentioned the headphone. I said you can put it under, which is probably better, unless he does want to get a headphone stand. You can replace it where the iPhone and Airport Express is. You can put it there, or the vice versa side. Really, it's just about adding to this setup and fixing a few little things, not too much to be fixed. Do you have any thoughts?
I wish the desks went together more seamlessly. Like one L desk that has the same color. It's not like mixed matching colors.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'd really say. I mean, if you had the money, I'd say get just a nice L desk to go in that corner.
Agreed, and that would definitely help. You don't necessarily have to paint, but I do think that would make the room look a lot more like lively. Like a light gray or whatever. It would just be like, oh, that's really nice, and things would pop a little bit more. Next setup submitted by Karthik, I guess.
Sounds right to me.
15, you set up for productivity like schoolwork and software development. At 15, you all right? No, apparently
he's a prodigy.
School for, I don't know. He says he doesn't do gaming at all, so hop off my dick. That's his words. Not really. But yeah, basically, looking at this, I know Tom's going to like it too. The purple is just like such an underrated color.
But why blue LEDs?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I guess it kind of goes well, but at the same time, it's like, that's such a missed opportunity.
He has blue on the one wallpaper, purple on the other. And
he's got purple mouse pads. So what the hell are you doing,
Well, I think he's going blue, purple, black.
Okay, well,
which is still interesting. But man, I'm seeing the future. I know Tom's already going to scoop up purple in the next half.
I mean,
right?
I'm still, it's up in the air. It's
because light gray walls, purple, like that. The purple on the foam is the purple I like.
Pristine purple.
That's a nice purple, and that would just
that's like old Barney purple right there.
Yeah, you keep referencing old Barney
because people that actually know what old Barney looks like.
He was a little more creepy back then, though.
I know. Yeah, well,
but as far as this, as far as this goes, he has a lot of cool little accessories. The laptop stand, the dock. Looks like I guess that's like a mini portable speaker in the middle under his monitor. I can't really tell.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what it is because he doesn't have any other speakers, but a lot of cool little things here and there. Cable management is pretty good underneath. We're just seeing like the one cable I don't get. He did a great job with on the one below that.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah, like he did a really good job hiding it, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. Like, I could put it under the molding, but at the same time, do I really care that much? So that part, a little confuses why he just gave up there. But the rest of the cables, I mean, those are just, they're going into their outlet. What else are you going to do about that? So that's not really that big of a deal. And yeah, I mean, the setup itself is a little bit interesting. I think a better, like a over the top angle would have been better.
Yeah.
Because I can't really separate where things are and be like, okay, so this is like evenly spaced out and this, that, and the other. So for me, it looks like maybe a little bit too much on top.
The desk doesn't help either because I feel like it has a weird shape to it, which doesn't probably help in his favor.
It does, yeah. It's like the white thing. I guess it's like a light or something.
Yeah.
I don't. The whole thing is confusing. I don't know. It's very odd, but it's cool. It's simple. There's no theme really. I mean, the color theme is cool and everything. I didn't give him a terrible score, but I don't think there's really a theme. And usability's all right, and out of sight, out of mind, okay. And it's just it's almost like the first setup. Like it's just a cool setup. Like it works, and that's fine. You have anything you want to
say? Maybe add, like, I don't know what you're into, like TV shows or video games and all that. The only thing I know you're into is blue and purple and black. So yeah, add some pop vinyls on the desk. Maybe just a little something to go towards personality. Yeah, and for everyone in the chat that was wondering, the new Barney is the one that everyone remembers, but before that Barney, there was the darker purple. Yeah, a much creepier one. And wasn't he skinnier too? And he was just no, I don't think so. I think he was a little bit. He had like the weird snout and everything. Okay, yeah. Next setup submitted by Anthony15. New setup for gaming. His YouTube is Master Tuna. Okay, Anthony. Big Tuna. Anyways, tweet. All right, so Anthony here. This setup confused the living shit out of me. I mean, so much potential just killed by my absolute confusion. Usability. I was still really nice in the score, I will say that. But, like, usability for me, I just don't get it. The center speaker, if you want to put it up there, that's fine. Like, that's cool, man. But putting that monitor dead center and, like, that much higher than the other ones, I don't fully grasp what's going on here. I just don't get it. And then having the canvas, which is supposed to be a little more separated than that, that's kind of like the whole point of making it 5 pieces, is now being kind of covered by the modern speaker. Granted, it's just black and whatever. It's not really covering anything too detail specific, but just the whole idea, I feel like you have some weird sort of placement issues. I don't know. You're like, I guess you just like symmetry with the bigger monitors off to the side, but it just doesn't work in this case. Like, that's cool, but at least okay, that's cool. That sounds like somebody's running their lawnmower down the road. But at least match the damn middle monitor to the middle of the other two. Like, I get it. You want to be symmetrical, whatever, cool. But he uses this for gaming. So when I think about that, I'm like, this monitor arrangement is absolute garbage. Personally, if you're a gamer, take the middle monitor and set it on fire and throw it out your window. You don't need it. Then take the two and push them together. Then have a primary. Looks like you're using that right one for your console anyway. And I guess also PC gaming. Put that one dead center and have the other one off as a secondary display. That's it. That's it. You will notice such a big difference when it comes to gaming, and just, all of a sudden you don't have to be like, man, I love this game, man, it's so good. Like, you don't have to be looking all the way off to the right side. Obviously, you can tilt your body, but then that defeats the purpose of sitting at a desk made for gaming. Just don't understand it. Having a real hard time grasping what's going on there. Underneath, he put, underneath the desk, the subwoofer should not be banging the PC. Put it on the floor. Put it on the goddamn floor. I'm just having a hard time grasping that as well. Everything else is cool. You got your headphones underneath. I mean, not the biggest fan of the spackling and stuff, but I guess you'll get to that. Which actually, technically, if you're going to be touching that paint up, you can paint over the wire molding as well, and it'll blend in, which will be nice. Plus, you can change the outlet, the plate. Because, I like it. It matches the molding. Yeah, it does, but I don't think it's supposed to, but yeah. Doesn't it also look like in the first photo, the wool's kind of like beige-ish, greenish? But then I see more gray than anything. But then in the next photo, it's like, it looks so green. It's a weird color. Maybe it's like a gecko or something like that. It just changes colors depending on the environment. That could be it. I know it's obviously the lighting, but like, this looks different. So I think we gave you a lot to work with here. And if you just made those changes, it'd be such a big difference. Next setup, though, Lukas. He's 14. You set up for schoolwork and light gaming. Again, things I just don't understand.
the shelf, why? Is it not actually mounted to the wall? Is it just like...
it's leaning on.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you know, my monitor's keeping my shelf up, no biggie. That's why all I have is a Pikachu, 2 books, and 2 pop vinyls. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, don't like that. That is stupid. It's got.
I don't mind it. I like how it's, you know, it's together.
No, come on.
The only thing I could say is that what if the monitor wasn't high enough for him, where it was an awkward spot where he had to move it up.
That's one thing. It already looks low, but he's also 14, so he's probably sitting in a booster seat still. But the point is, you can't tell me, Tom, that looks. You can't, in your right mind, say the shelf on top of the monitor is a good idea.
I don't mind it.
That
really
is
don't.
so. Okay.
Yeah, it's called an opinion. It's not automatic.
That is a wrong opinion, though.
That's a wrong opinion.
Guys in the chat, back me up here.
I just think
you
it's
do not
different.
put a shelf on top of a monitor. It's not even like there's a half an inch.
I wonder what
gap.
came first, though.
Chicken or the egg? I mean,
maybe the shelf was there first, and he's like, "Oh, I need to mount my monitor."
Who the fuck puts a shelf that low in the first place?
Maybe he had just like a monitor stand and he mounted his monitor. He's like, oh, this is the only place it can go. It's not going to go above the shelf. It's going to go underneath the shelf.
Guess what, Lucas, you little bitch? I'm not mounting the shelf anyhow.
He probably just got into gaming or computer stuff and all that, and this is what he had to do. You know?
No, honestly, though, Lucas, besides what Tom's saying, just filter him out. It's retarded.
He's wrong anyways.
No, it is. You're wrong. For once, I can actually, with 100% confidence, say you're wrong.
Okay.
No bueno from me. You know, I like the simplicity of the shelf.
Yeah.
I think that's cool, but I don't think it should be on top of your monitor, and that is a fact. Here's my gavel. Bam!
Good thing you were even in the shot.
Bring in the dancing lobsters. You know, I don't care, all right?
It's just, they probably heard it, though.
They did, because I smashed the desk. See, look, even Al Rusk, okay, Mr. Atsu, is on my side.
Everybody is on his side.
Look, everyone's on my side. It's not just because I'm always right and I'm the best and I'm really good looking. It's just...
I'm just trying to give him an excuse, because I'm pretty sure
I know, stop helping people with shitty setups.
I'm just saying that he probably had nowhere else to put the monitor. I don't know why he had to mount the monitor. It'd probably be fine with the monitor stand, but... You know what? It's fine.
Well, no, because it would look good, but at least cover up the cable if you're going to mount it.
Sure.
So... but yeah, I don't think if you're really trying to use the laptop at all, it's not working out. But I'm assuming when you're here, you're plugged in, and that's that.
Or he just does a slide over to the left, and he...
Yeah. But it's lacking a lot still. But it's a very simple, straight to the point setup. But I feel like it's in the beginning stages. Maybe Tom's right. Maybe it just was birthed that way.
But yes, I do agree. Maybe the shelf should move up a little bit higher.
Now you're changing. He read the chat.
Sirius agrees with me.
Sirius is full of shit, okay?
He's wrong.
See, he just said he needs support.
Yeah, that's
just
the only
like
reason.
You're supporting Lucas because he needs support. Anyways, next setup is submitted by Cam. He's 15. New setup for gaming productivity, and oh my god, that's a lot of white. You know, every time I see a white monitor, like the white bezel, I'm always like, whoa, that's like ancient. You know, because really, back in the day, white was the preferred bezel, or outer shell, whatever you want to call it. But now when you look at it, it's like...
But that looks new.
Well, I mean, it's a new display, but like I just get the retro vibe from it for some reason. Shut up. It is really cool, though. I like it. I do think there's a little bit too much on the not on the desk, but on the IKEA riser.
Sure, yeah.
Because, I mean, the speakers, like... First off, I don't know if they even give out sound. This is the first issue. The right one's like trying to talk to the other one. The other one's facing a little bit away, but also like up against the corner of the monitor. They just need to be equal, facing the same direction, and space out the same, and that would work well. You know, I like the headphone stand. I think that's cool. Again, maybe like I just feel like it's a little too much because it's such a small area. Like the 2 plants, the games, that's not really necessary. The little postcard. I would put the headphone stand on the right. Get rid of the, you know, the plants you could put somewhere else. But actually, here's the better solution. Use the top of the Alex drawer.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
Put something on there.
Put something there. Normally people would PC there, but I think he's rocking a laptop. So, like, put something there to spread it out. It's a little too much white though on that one area.
A lot of white, yeah.
I feel like if you had some contrast, it would look good, but that's not a big deal. You know, he's got his console, his peripherals and stuff, which is cool. Like for instance, you get a Xbox charging dock for your controller. You put that on top of the Alex drawer, something like that. Just a little something. Frame the stuff up on your wall. Personally, I think that would look a little bit nicer and even it out with the the 2 vertical posters should be lined up with the middle horizontal one. That's all about keeping it nice and looking good. But as far as the first photo, that's my thoughts. Where it gets a little different is when we look at the next photo where I want to say, like, great job, look at the cable management, like, well, ka-chow, dude. Like, like, that's real cool. But then I see how you have the laptop set up, and I'm just like, that's weird. That's really weird. I don't think I've seen it done like that.
Yeah.
But don't you think, and here we go, Tom's going to support him because this is what he always does.
I'm going to tear him
Don't you think it sucks, like, if you actually kick it and you're kicking your goddamn laptop?
Or just, like, you want to grab your laptop because laptops are meant to be mobile and all that. You have to, like, reach underneath your desk to grab it. I wish you kind of had a little, like, slot to, like, put it in, like, underneath your desk.
Well, he's got, like, a wood desk. I mean, I don't know how good
like
it is.
You can easily maybe attach something to it.
You just build a little mount, like 2 little brackets that go down, and you just slide it in. You just make sure the spacing's right, you're good. You know?
I would definitely kick it, though.
Yeah, me too.
Crack the screen.
I always like stretch my legs out and stuff, so I could see that being an issue. But it's a cool setup, right?
Yeah. You know what? It's a weird setup, but I kind of like it in some facts. Maybe because of the white monitor, but at the same time, I kind of don't like it because of the white monitor. Different. But yeah, get stuff off of that riser, put some on there. Matt said it all. I don't need to regurgitate everything he said.
You know, you said that was a little bit of a weird setup, right?
Yeah.
This next one is even weirder.
Even weirder?
Jacob, 18, you said it for gaming and studying. Oh my God, what the hell is that? You know, there's a lot I want to talk about, but I don't want to spend all day on this, so let's just make it quick and straight to the point. First photo, zoom into the top shelves. No. What do we see there?
We see 2 speakers.
Speakers. That's not how they work. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me. Just the overall use of the hutch really doesn't seem to work too well. I don't know if that's built into the desk or if it's a top piece attachment, but I would definitely take it and rip it off and get rid of it because it's ruining it, especially when you shove a PC in there, which it's like for some reason I feel like the sizing is so off. Like, that's a small looking computer, but I guess it's just the angle. I don't know. I feel like I guess the hutch is like really tall, but those monitors must also be, I don't know, it just looks small.
Yeah.
It's like the angling that really throws me off.
Usually the PC is bigger than the monitors, even if that's a 30-something inch. Like,
whatever it is, I'm confused. But my main problem isn't even the speakers, but more so just the desk does not work for what you're trying to do, especially when you're mounting that left display that is, may I add, not touching the goddamn main display. It's just like, what are you doing there, buddy? And I mean, my God. The usability there is just no bueno, señorita, por favor, mis amigos, ay, caramba, ay, ay. You know, and that's the only way I could explain it.
Rangers. Ay, ay, ay.
It's just like really something unique. I'll give you that, but I don't think it's a good unique just yet. I think what you're going for is cool if you actually had the proper desk and you actually touched the monitors together and there's actually a good spot for the PC where it wasn't taking up valuable real estate. But then it gets even worse because you look below and you're like, oh my God, this desk really isn't working for you. You have all of your consoles put on a little rolling cart. You know, my God, they're like right up against each other, and I'm sure they have good enough airflow, but like you're really squeezing them in there, and the cables are kind of like a little bit all over the place, not perfectly managed, which makes sense because they have to go off to their separate locations, but that's why having them on an actual desk makes it a lot nicer. I don't know, it looks like you have a joystick thing on the bottom right down there, and you got some other stuff. Just a little bit too much going on here. A lot that I want to say great job on, but I can't because...
Soul said that, I mean, at least he's using the corner desk like a corner desk and not an L desk. I mean,
he is.
Got that going for you. But the desk still doesn't work.
He needs an L desk.
Yeah.
He needs just a bigger desk. I mean, the corner desk could work, but most corner desks don't have these sort of hutches.
Yeah.
And it gives you so much more space. But, hey, man, it is what it is. I don't know what you want to say about it, T.
You know what? You know I love the color green. Yeah. But this just hurts my eyes. Just the amount of green that's throughout this setup. Just the LEDs are just overwhelming. I just maybe tone down a little bit. Maybe if it's changing the wallpaper, changing the LEDs in your computer, something's got to change.
Well, I know that people normally say, like, the people that are too cool and hipster to like LEDs are like, they're just so distracting. Well, this is a great example of distracting LEDs.
It lights up this whole corner.
Yeah. Like at night, you know, when your eyes kind of hurt because like the bright things, whatever, he'll have all his lights off, but he'll still be like, oh my God, I'll see Jesus. But anyways, final step of the day, submitted by Rylan. He's 14. He's headed for gaming. He's really into football, and he's looking to add more to his black and red theme.
There you go.
What black and red theme are you talking about there, buddy?
Black and red, black and red, black and red.
Oh, black and red, you mean our freaking website? That's orange, T. No, that's kind of like...
I'm talking about the peripherals up to that plane to
because
that.
it does it is kind of red on our website, and it kind of goes
red.
towards his theme. It's not fully on full red. It's like half red. It's like I don't really want to be red, but I am red right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he's got the plane, he's got the keyboard, he's got the little artwork, and then of course the computer, just a little bit. But for the most part, do you look at this, Tom, and say, "My God, it's a black and red flag"?
It's the desk. It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like a desk that you probably got off Craigslist or something like that, which is fine, perfectly fine. But maybe paint the desk. It looks like, you know, it's
one of those cheap IKEA ones.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's like not the end of the world if you paint it and mess up on it, because down the road you just get an actual desk that's black. But that's what I would do. The desk it looks not as good brown. And I like motorcycles that drive across. But what the hell are those things? Are those like the things
like a file cabinet, so you could that's like
you pull
it
a
out.
tab? Okay,
Yeah, that's like a handle kind of thing. He may have added that himself because I don't think they have that by default. But
okay, yeah.
My perspective is give this to someone else in your house. Say, like, here's the free desk, buddy, and then go to IKEA and buy like an actual. Maybe it's not an IKEA desk because I'm seeing a support beam in the back corner. See that like metal bar? Maybe that's not an IKEA desk, but it's most definitely the same situation as the Malm, I think. I don't know. Someone will tell me in the chat. But
Al Russ says it looks like a dorm desk.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a dorm desk.
How old is it though? 12?
14.
14? Yeah, I don't know.
You know, here's the thing that I like: go to IKEA and get almost a similar exact old desk, same desk, whatever, in black. You know, and you'll be set and ready to go, and that will make a huge difference. Like Tom said, it's mainly the desk, and the R is not really helping because it kind of matches the desk.
Yeah.
But he said, "What can I do to add?" Well, get a headphone stand that has red on it, or buy one that's black and it's cheap, and you just spray paint it to red, bright red. It'd be great. You know, add more to the wall. You know, just simple things. Add speakers. It's going to help a lot. And you can get the isolation pads and paint them red, or get red styrofoam or whatever. And boom, you'll be set and ready to go. Super easy to do. You get a mic arm for the Yeti. You can black out the Yeti. You do whatever you got to do, homie. It's all up to you. Yeah. You know, he's asking us what he should add to his theme, but theme is you. So he said he's in the football. We see the one piece above, but what's your favorite team? Is it the Falcons? If so, you got really lucky. Black and red.
That'd be nice, yeah.
But if not, don't add it to your team. But no, add like little football things here and there. It's your setup. You have to come up with a theme. I hate when people say, "Hey, what should I add for my theme?" I don't know. What are you into? That's all up to you. And the best is when you come up with your theme because it's yours.
Yeah.
You know. One thing you could do is get the mouse pad that has the red stitching. You could also do some like weird shit to your desk. Like for instance, if you took out, let's say you got a black desk, you could take out the drawers and paint just the front red. So each drawer is red, but the actual desk is black. Vince just said in chat, you get a red pop filter. You know, if you really want to sell it, you got to go all the way through. You can't just like half-ass it. Never half-ass one thing. Whole ass.
Whole ass it.
Yeah. Ron. What is his name? God damn it.
Ron Swanson.
Why couldn't I think of it? You don't even watch. Oh, God. Anyways, that's it for this episode of Pimp My Setup. Do you have any final thoughts for him?
No, you're 14, so just keep working at it, and you'll get there with the best setup of the day on Pimp My Setup one day.
One day, but not today, because today it goes to Josh, who got a 94. Nathan got a 68. Karthik got an 82. Anthony got a 76. Lukas got a 74. Cam got an 82. Jacob got a 64. And Rylan, you still got a 78 because I'm still a good guy and I'm not a
78 is a good score for that.
It is. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup number 251. Quarter live on July 28, 2017. My name is Philly. You can find me on Twitter. I'm Philly. That's Thomas Philly. You can find him on Twitter at Thomas Philly. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.